Hello.
Good evening.
Sorry, I think it's picking up my wrong camera. Give me 1 second.
I just see Lesbi Travel Friends, like the logo.
Hi,
Hi,
everyone.
I'm eating a popsicle.
Hi, Tony. Do you have enough to share with the group? All right. Well, that is rude. No, I'm just kidding.
My bad.
Um, Hi, April. Wait, I don't think anybody online. All right. Oh, Shamika is probably me.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I saw it Meat Swirl.
Oh yeah, that's me.
I'm
That's
like,
my
I
phone.
recognize that nickname.
Oh yeah, that's me.
But
That's me.
just making sure we don't have any Zoom bombers. I'm just kidding. I don't really know who would want to bomb this section, but it was a private meeting, so I just had to. But welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome Lynn as well. I think we have everyone except Jazz because Jai is in Puerto Rico. I don't know if you guys got the invite to the group chat. Oh no, Puerto Vallarta. I think that is not Puerto Rico, sorry. Um, I did an invite via WhatsApp for the group chat. So you also have access to that as of this evening. But anyway, welcome. There's only one person who hasn't joined, so we will get started with this very flowy info session, meet and greet. Thank you everyone for being here. Thanks for being willing to reschedule. I wanted more people than not. I didn't want it to just be a conversation with me and one other person. The only person was RSVP. So sorry I had to reschedule last minute, but yay to having more people on this evening. It will be recorded, so if you can't stay for the entire hour, you can dip out and you will get the link to potentially answer any questions that you might have, or, just hear the conversation that people are having if you, again, can't make it the entire hour. But welcome. Happy Monday. It's Monday. We have 2 more weeks into this trip, guys. Y'all ready? Well,
Kinda.
intact?
No, I'm not.
All right, that's okay. You got time. You got time. Um, okay, so I like to start these. I think everybody potentially has been to a regular info session where you're learning about the trips that are being offered. It might be a group setting, it might be like one-on-one, but I'm excited that this is just for our Thailand trip. This is like a special info session where we can just chat about our upcoming trip, answer any questions, talk about the things that people have questions about, apprehensions about, just like get clear on what to expect. But before we get into the trip specifically, I do like to go around and just do like icebreaker with introductions. There also is an introduction that you have to do in the group chat. So I will try not to overlap the same information that I asked there. So this will be like, we'll do your name or what you like to go by. In our 90 trip, we're gonna get very familiar with one another. We're gonna be like, we gonna get close, because we gonna see each other's face every day. And so what do you like to go by? If you have preferred pronouns, please feel free to share those. And what is one thing that you have to, what is one thing, all right, what is one thing that you like to bring No, I'm overlapping. Sorry. See, I'm so excited, so I'm getting confused with my group chat. Sorry. Hmm. All right, we'll come back to it. Just name and pronouns, and then I'll think of something fun to share. Because actually, tell me your favorite snack. I like snacks, desserts. I'm hungry. It's 8 o'clock. I can have a snack. Well, 8 o'clock for me. Tell me your favorite snack, something that you like to eat. I'll start. I'll lead by example. My name is Lisa. Pronouns are she, her. My favorite snack is popcorn. So if you have popcorn on the trip, we might be best.
All right, I can go next. I'm Tony. Pronouns she, her, and my favorite snack is probably fruit.
It's fruit here.
Yeah, just fruit in general. Maybe, I don't know, strawberries.
And if you can't talk and you want to put it in the chat, I will happily share. You don't have to do
I'll go
anything.
next.
Thanks, April.
Sure. My name is April. I'm she, her, and I guess my favorite snack would be a bag of croutons.
Oh, wait, what flavor? Because, get the Texas one, you got the Caesar one.
It doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter.
Okay. I thought that. Thanks, thanks, April.
Hey
Absolutely.
everybody. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying she's good. Go ahead.
Well, hey everyone. My name's Lynn. I am my pronouns are she, her, and snacks. I am a snacker, so I like every snack. Any snack you can think about, I like. So I can't like narrow it down to one snack. So I'm just a snacker. I like snacks. So that's me. Hi everyone.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Shanika. Pronouns are she, her, and I like Cheeto Puffs.
Hi, Cheeto Puffs. Okay. I mean, everyone except Tony, and I'm assuming Lynn, because you like all snacks, everybody's into crunch. So, yeah, all right. We gonna have fun in Thailand. I can imagine that there are not gonna be the snacks that we are used to in Thailand. So if you do need your snack of choice, by all means pack it. But I'm also just excited to experience all the different foods in Thailand. Yes, I'm sure there will be some interesting combinations, very fun street foods, and all that jazz. I'm hoping everybody's like a self-proclaimed foodie, and we just gonna eat and walk off the calories and not be thinking about it on this trip. Yes, I'm excited for all the foods, but so thank you for humoring me and sharing that. I think everyone has she, her pronouns in this group. So that's just kind of good to know, but I do like to be respectful. So thank you for sharing that. Okay, so we are gonna get into the trip a little bit. And I figure I haven't sent this to people. I will definitely be emailing this either this evening or first thing tomorrow. Um, but you will get the travel guide. But because it's 19 pages, I understand it probably feels like homework. Um, this little slideshow deck that I'm about to send you with all the tidbits of information, some of which you might already have about the trip. I feel like it's just useful to go through it as a group. It kind of answers any it proactively answers questions that people might have about the trip, and it might just present some things that you hadn't thought about. So it might bring them up too. If you do have a question, I mean, this is, again, very casual. We are all gonna be family after 10 days of traveling with each other. So if you have any questions, no need to raise your hand. This is an intimate group, of 7 people total. So just feel free to, I have 2 screens, so I might be looking at the other screen while, I don't want to miss your raised hand. So just feel free to say, hey, I have a question. It is not going to interrupt the flow. We still have 50 whole minutes to share all the things. So I'm pretty sure everybody is arriving on the day that the trip starts, which is very exciting. We don't want anybody to miss out on any of the things. And yeah, so we're all gonna get the full experience. I'm very excited about that. Thank you for everyone for sending me your flight information. I will be sharing in the group chat and as well as the email pickup information. A lot of us are arriving at the same time, so we might end up being in the same ride to the hotel, which works out for us. But let's get into the travel guide that again you'll get sent via email, and I'll pin in the group chat later by tomorrow. Okay, so you already know who Leslie Friends are. Thank you for taking a chance and traveling with the group. I think this is everyone except Lynn. Lynn has been on a trip before. Thank you, Lynn, for coming to the Poconos with us last year. So everyone, it's your first, but this is the first international trip for everyone. So we're all in great company experiencing this together. I've never been to Thailand. Hopefully you've never been either. So we will all be in the same boat and have this first time, one of a lifetime experience together. So this is a table of contents where you can easily navigate, so you don't have to like sift through the pages. You can just click destination, communication, itinerary, and it'll take you right to that page. So this is a little cheat sheet when you're going through this. If you like need to recall, like, hey, what do I pack? Let me get the packing list. You can just easily navigate to that. But we're gonna just go page by page. I'm not gonna read verbatim because you can do that in your free time. So I'm gonna pause real quick because I feel like it's important to, and we'll get to know this on the trip, but but because this is a virtual meet and greet, I kind of like to ask the question about why people chose this as a trip to attend, like why you were coming to Thailand, either with the group or, just in general. So I'm gonna pause on this page because this page is the overview or the first impression of Thailand, which is known as the land of smiles. And I am curious to know why everyone is going to Thailand. All right, well, I'll start.
I'll start.
Oh,
Go ahead.
April, yes, please start. Thank you.
I think I took my first group trip last year around this time and had an amazing trip. It's probably was one of the best stress-free trips I've ever taken. Not having to plan, not having to coordinate, not having to do anything. Thailand, India, and Japan are on my bucket list. And when I saw this Thailand trip come up, it was like, why not?
Okay, love the bucket list. Oh, and I love that all the places we are going are on the bucket list. Japan next year and India in the following year. Those are exciting places. You have a good list. But yes, I too, like you, like group travel for that reason, because you just can show up. You might pay a little bit more, right, for the convenience, but it's nice just to not have to think and also just be in a comfortable group, hopefully with like-minded people. So all great reasons for coming. Thank you for taking a chance on this.
I look forward to it. So
Thank you.
Um,
Can I ask, last year, your group trip was it a group that you had traveled with before, or was it a affiliate group?
actually, no, I woke up at 2 o'clock one morning and was like, I want to take a trip. And I think I got online and just started looking, and there was a trip open. It was like a week before they were supposed to go. And I was like, let me just email this girl and see if I can hop on their trip. And it said online that they have one space available. I reached out to her and she was like, that's not supposed to be online. And I was like, it is. And she was like, well, let me call and see if the resort has a room and see what we can do. So she called me back and was like, let's go. So
Your way in that trip. I love it. Okay. That's awesome. I'm trying to be like you when I grow up. Wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and jump on a trip. Okay.
I don't
No,
know if
that's
that's insanity or what. I didn't
no,
know
that's
anything about the
awesome.
group, but it was amazing.
YOLO. Yep. It's great. And it's great when you can. Yeah, when you can do that. No, good for you. Spontaneity. Okay, sorry. I probably cut someone off who was ready to share why you were coming on. Why did you pick this trip and or the group or this time of year to go?
so this is Shanika again. Jay, one of my military friends, she's actually coming on the trip and she needed a roommate. And she was telling me about she was going to Thailand. Thailand is always someplace I wanted to go. So I said, hey, I'll be your roommate. Give me all the information. And that's how it all happened.
Yeah. Carrie's been certified and the best life right now. No, that's awesome. Thanks for being a good road dog with your friend and coming on this trip. And yes, Thailand, another bucket list destination.
I just wanted to visit Asia. I haven't been to Asia yet, and even though I'm going to Asia back to Asia next year, I have not had an opportunity to go to Thailand. So I'm with you. I'm down with all the food, and hopefully it's down with my stomach. So we will see how that all turns out. But I'm down for all the food and trying new experiences and experiencing different cultures. So I think it'd be a good time just to kind of see. I feel like most of the people I know that are Asians tend to be more Zen. So get a little bit of that Zen and figure out how they do what they do. But that's why I picked, or that's why I wanted to go to Thailand.
Hey, I guess I'll go next. Miss Elaine again. Thailand was definitely on my bucket list. My favorite food is Thai food. So I'm a foodie. So I was like, okay, I have to go to Thailand. Also too, I'm just the type of person that likes different cultures, experiencing different cultures, different places. Traveling is my jam. So it just made sense for me to come. And also to just to be like, with a great group of ladies, queer women of color. I just had to jump on the trip. So that's why I'm here.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you guys for sharing. Excuse me, great reasons. Um, this is a great group from what I can tell. Everybody has good energy, good communication. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm glad people like to eat. I mean, I'm going for the food and the culture, but a lot for the food. Yeah, it should be, I piggyback on Tony, what you said about, the Zen, and I think Asian cultures can be cool and calm and collected. So I just like to experience those cultures as well. It's a long ass flight or flight, so we are gonna enjoy all of the things while we're there and rest when we get home. I mean, we're gonna rest when we get there too, but yeah. But thank you for sharing why you chose to come on this trip. And then if you didn't read already, we just will have a little bit more background about Thailand, and the destination. I mean, seems like you all were very, in tune with the reasons why you came, so you probably already are familiar with the destination. I know everybody's passport is gonna be up to date because I have that information because I booked our flights from Bangkok to Chiang Mai. So we're good to go on the passport information. Travel insurance. I always like to suggest people get travel insurance, like moving. And in the future, I've made it mandatory. Like I don't police it, but it's highly suggested. You never know what's going to happen when you're traveling or before you travel. So I just like to really plug that. Sometimes your credit card offers travel insurance or travel protection, so you might already be covered. But just make sure you have that, because God forbid something happens while you're there, your health insurance is not going to cover it. Your United States health insurance is not going to cover you while you're in Thailand. But nothing's going to happen to anybody. But I do just like to mention that. And yeah, if you want, there is a website. There's an embassy website where you can track things that are going on. With the State Department reports. I track it just in general. If there was anything to alert you, I would let you know. But Thailand is a pretty safe place. We're in good hands. So, but I just like to include that link so people have that. Okay, we're all going to be arriving at the same airport, which is very good. Again, I'll be communicating pickup time. Depending on, I don't know if we're doing one group transport or two. Right now, I think there's two. So it just might be my name on the pickup sign, but I'll communicate that with you guys well before the trip, in the group chat as well as via email, so you have that. But luckily, we're all traveling around the same time. Some of us might be on the same flights. You do have access to that flights spreadsheet, so you can see I've tried to like group people in the same color, same color, so they know if they're arriving at the same time or on the same flight. But I will communicate pick up and as well as drop off ahead of time, so you know. But it'll be a seamless transport to the airport to get checked in and relax before the festivities begin. Some people would like to know if their phone's gonna work. I always recommend checking with your phone carrier, so you know if you wanna go off grid while you're on this is your vacation, your trip, by all means, please turn your phone on airplane mode. Just make sure, I mean, I don't know what room you're in, but just make sure when we're at a hotel or somewhere where it has Wi-Fi, that you turn that on so we can have access. So I can have access to you via the group chat, just so if there are any like last minute updates. I try to communicate my best one-on-one, but this trip is everyone's own responsibility. So that is the main communication that we use on the trips, just because it's more up to date. It's hard to email and text individually. So our WhatsApp group chat is where the most pertinent changes will be. But once you get the itinerary, like it's pretty set in stone. We might have like, you get to sleep in 15 extra minutes, but outside of that, it is what it is. But everyone's cell phone should work in Thailand. You can communicate with your carrier to see if there are going to be extra charges. I have Verizon, they do charge extra for that. It's about $10 a day for data. And then once you go over like, I think 3 gigabytes, they might slow it down. But so again, turn on that airplane mode or connect to Wi-Fi as much as you can, just so you don't deplete your data, whether it's paid for or free. You can also get an eSIM, which can be very seamless and easy. I do not have tutorials on that, but I can definitely give you a website to help you with that. eSIM is a little bit easier, but sometimes it's just worth it to just pay the $10 a day to get that easy access to the internet. Or again, turn on airplane mode and just turn on your Wi-Fi when you can connect to someone somewhere like a restaurant or a hotel, which typically have Wi-Fi. All right, money. Money is important. So as you know, this trip was not cheap, right? Going to Thailand is not cheap. Thanks for paying for the trip, everyone. So everyone's already paid for the trip. So all accommodations and activities that are included in the itinerary, you guys are all set. Tips are optional, but of course recommended. This is a developing country, and they do appreciate tips. But you don't have to tip a lot. You can tip like, what's the equivalent of $1 or 50 cents of a US dollar, and people will be happy and appreciative, if you've taken a taxi ride with them or you had dined out and had a meal and received their service. $1 is about 30 Thai baht. That's what their local currency is. I do have a currency converter that you can easily access via the internet. On my phone, I would definitely download an app if you are not a mathematician like myself. I have on my phone, it's literally called Currency, but I don't know if all phones have that app. But if you go to whatever your app store is and you look up currency converter, you can download something so you can always use it offline. You don't have to have internet access to have a real-time currency converter. Also, a lot of establishments, so definitely you will be using Thai baht. They don't take US dollars. If you want to tip in a US dollar, they're not going to turn away money because it's a tip. But just get used to the idea that we're going to be paying in their local currency. What I do when I get to the airport, I typically try to find an ATM. I choose an ATM over like a money exchange place, because I found in my travels that taking money out of the ATM sometimes is less expensive. You might have an exchange fee, or there might be no exchange fee. It really just depends on the ATM. Or you can go to a bank and get money out that way with your debit card. I would just give your bank a heads up and let them know. I typically travel with at least one credit card and one debit card. And if your credit card allows you to take out money, just make sure you have a PIN already set up so you don't have to call those US numbers and be on the phone for however long setting up a new PIN. But you can also use credit cards when you go out to establishments to buy souvenirs, restaurants. But if we're on the street and we're eating street food, you're gonna need some local currency. So just be mindful of that. And you can also order their local currency through your bank. Some banks you can do it right on the app or right online. So it can either be delivered to you or you can pick it up at the local bank as well. So with 2 weeks, you should have plenty of time to get money, local money, if you want it ahead of time. If not, just look out for an ATM when we land at the airport. I'm going to let you look into this slide a little bit on your own, but as far as being queer and out in Thailand, it is safe. They aren't modest displays of affection are fine. I don't know that anybody's going to be tonguing anyone down in the street. Holding hands, like in a lot of Asian cultures, is like same-sex relationships is fine, regardless of orientation. So whether you have your pride flag on or you don't, you will be safe and comfortable walking down the street. Weather. We are going to be having good weather. And this will be useful for those of us who have not packed yet. The weather is going to range between 77 and 88 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're going to have some very warm weather. Evenings will be in the 70s. I always like to pack layers, so if that makes you comfortable as well, pack layers for yourself. There will be less rainfall, but brief showers can occur. So if you are a person who doesn't like to get wet, pack a rain jacket or an umbrella, because we could have Florida showers. For those who know about Florida, it could downpour for 5 whole minutes, and then it could be sunny for the rest of the day. But the weather weather forecast might allude to there being showers all day. So I always like to say, just have something on hand just in case. We'll get plenty of daylight, but it does get dark around 6 o'clock. So just be aware, kind of like it is doing now in the Northeast for us. Well, I think the sun doesn't rise until like 7 or so. But anyway, similar to what we're experiencing now. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna pause. All right, and I'm gonna do another icebreaker so I can break up all of my talking. All right. So we're gonna get plenty of opportunities to get to know each other. But I thought that we could learn what people's favorite genre of movie is next. And or their favorite movie. You can share both if you like.
This is Tony. Anything Black. That's my favorite genre of movie. Anything with primarily Black actors and actresses. It's not really a genre, but those are my favorite movies.
Okay.
I like rom-coms. That's my
Rom-com.
yes, that's my favorite genre.
Oh, can I have an example?
Sweet November, Napoli Ever After, like things like that. Things that they're funny, but they're light and airy. They're not so heavy. And I like action movies, but I prefer action movies that have a badass female lead character. That's like the assassin or the spy or something like that. So like the girl who played in What Happened to Monday, if you've ever seen that movie. So all of her movies are pretty dope.
That's a rom-com?
No, I said I like action movies as well. My favorite genre
okay,
is
sorry, I was getting confused. Okay.
yeah.
All right, I like that movie. But I also I guess I like rom-coms too. Thank you for educating me.
Yes, no worries.
All right, I'll go real quick. I like psychological thrillers. I like the aha moment at the end of the movie. Departed was one of my maybe top 5. Is it The Usual Suspects or The Unusual Suspects? And my favorite movie is The Shawshank Redemption. I've probably seen it about 30 times. April, Lynn, would you like to go share your favorite movie and or genre?
I can go. It's Lynn. I was thinking when you all were talking, I'm like, I like to love everything. I do like sappy movies, sorry. One of my favorite movies is The Notebook. So I like I like The Notebook. I like Green Mile, Forrest Gump. things like that. So, but I do like, but then on the other hand, I like thrillers and then I like scary movies. So I don't know. Hodgepodge, I guess. But yeah, but I like movies. I do like movies. Any good movie is fine with me.
Good to know. I like your pick.
Okay, thank
Okay, so I'll go. I am probably the opposite. I barely watch TV, barely watch movies, like ever, ever. But if I do sit down and watch a movie, it is definitely one that I wish I knew how to turn my brain off, but I don't. So I like the psychological movies. If I had to pick a favorite movie, it would be A Beautiful Mind. When did that come out? Like 90, 2000? When was that? 2001, early 2000, something like that.
That's a good movie.
A lot of people haven't seen it. It is actually a really good movie, though.
I feel like I cried. during that movie.
You what? Cried?
I feel like I cried.
I don't know about crying, but
Now I gotta go rewatch the movie.
okay. Like, I'm gonna let you have that one.
Do
Okay.
you remember who was in it?
I
Was
think
it
it was
Matt Damon? Was it Matt Damon? Or maybe I'm mixing him up.
no, the guy's name was John Nash that played Russell Crowe.
Russell
Oh,
Crowe. Yeah, I
oh,
love
that's
that
right.
movie. Didn't you have something to say? Oh, you
Yeah.
can say-
Yeah, that was one of the first movies that I think I watched that I did not immediately get the ending of within the first 2 or 3 seconds. Because normally I can depict the ending of a movie in the first 5 minutes of it. And that one got me all the way to the end.
Well, I have some movies to watch this week. This week and next. I'm turning off my, like you, April, I don't turn on the TV a lot either, but I am turning off because I'm already packed. You guys gotta catch up.
Did you say already packed, girl?
I am already, I came back from a trip and I was like, I'm gonna put my suitcase in my storage. So I'm just gonna throw these clothes in here. Plus, like seasonal change. I literally just took out my boots. So I was just like, well, I'm not taking out these summer clothes again. So they're about to go in this suitcase. Anyway, you guys are gonna be right behind me. I have faith in
Oh, okay.
you. Just don't be waiting to the last minute.
Oh, okay.
Well, you're gonna have a suggested packing list, so you gonna get excited or motivated or whatever. I have faith in all of you. But thank you guys for sharing. Good picks. Selfishly, now I have a movie list to download to my iPad for this 24 hours of traveling potentially. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see the itinerary page still up on your screen. Nod, Tony, if you see it. Okay, thanks. Okay, so this is a basic overview. I mean, you guys already knew this because it was on the website when you signed up. I will send a detailed itinerary with the times that you have to be up every day, the times that we're departing. I just don't like to overwhelm you. But you'll get that a couple of days before the trip in the group chat. But just know this is what we're doing each day on the trip. So you can pack accordingly, mentally prepare for all that is in store. And every day in the group chat, as well as when we're actually on the trip, I will give you guys, you don't have to memorize this, right? I will give you guys an update of what to expect the next day. So you'll be on it. Okay. So we arrive in Thailand on the 10th. The 10th? Yes, the 10th. We arrive on the 10th and everybody's getting there at the same time or around the same time, which is good. And then, so everybody gets transported to the hotel. They'll check into your rooms, relax. We'll probably do something less scripted, like you can explore on your own, but I'm sure we will be in group chat. The group chat will be buzzing, so we'll facilitate this as a group activity. But where we're staying is a very central area in Bangkok where we can leisurely explore. There's a mix of street food vendors and modern boutiques, so that we'll all get a unique urban experience as well. And actually I fibbed. So the first day we actually do have something on the agenda. After checking in, getting settled, we have a river cruise in the evening. So we'll get to see views of the Wat Arun, Wat Pho, the Grand Palace, all while we're on this very like scenic riverboat cruise, enjoying a delicious Thai buffet under the stars. Because as you heard earlier, the sun sets pretty early there. So we'll do a sunset cruise essentially the first day we arrive. If you want to get it in early, and I probably will be doing this as much as time allows, you can also do a relaxing spa session at the hotel. The hotel details have been shared, so however, I did not include the cost of spa services. But just know Thailand is very affordable at the hotels we're staying at because they're a little higher end. You will pay more than like going to a local shop. But I personally know people who've lived in Thailand and they got like daily hour-long massages for $10, $10 US. So very affordable to enjoy spa services in Thailand. So hopefully we are going to catch up on rest a little bit before the day 2. And the highlight of day 2 is visiting the Grand Palace and doing temple tours. So this is going to be a full day. So some days we're gonna get half of the day off, but we only have a set amount of time in Thailand, and I wanted to make it worth everybody's while. So this will be a full day of touring. We're on a motorized coach that is air conditioned, so very comfortable. I always tell people bring a blanket, bring your travel pillow, because I don't have all the distances ahead of time. I can probably provide those when we get there, but sometimes we'll be on the bus for like an hour or change, just depending on traffic. I went to Bali earlier this year, and we might have been on a tour for like 2-3 hours, and in the van for 3 or 4 hours, just because there was so much traffic. Of course, we don't want that to happen in Thailand. Hopefully it's more efficient, but one-way streets, we'll see how that goes, but be comfortable for the bus. But we're going to see some very iconic and historic temples, as well as probably the most famous palace that you hear about in Thailand on the second day. Day 3, this is going to be a markets and culture day. So we're going to explore the floating markets and do a local culinary tour. I'll just pause to just share that breakfast is included at the hotel every day in the itinerary. And when it says stuff like, when we're doing the riverboat cruise with the Thai buffet, that is obviously included, or maybe it's not obvious, that is included. When we're doing a local culinary tour, I believe that it's a tasting. We get certain things we can taste while we're doing this walking food market tour. Anything, of course, that you want to buy on your own, that would be an additional cost, but a lot of the food is included. But honestly, the thing that you are going to spend money on in Thailand is not the food. It probably spend more money on souvenirs, and maybe additional activities than you will on food. The food and the spa services are probably two of the cheapest things you'll experience there, or most affordable, I should say. But that day 3 probably is the day I'm looking forward to the most. I love going to a local market, shopping, looking around, experiencing that, and we'll have a local guide to usher us into that experience. Day 4, we actually, I'm sorry, there's a little bit of a typo. I'm sorry, I was moving too fast. So we do have a day 4 we're off by 1 day. I'll correct this before I send this out. We're not flying to Chiang Mai quite yet. This will actually be a day of leisure. So you'll have the freedom to explore Bangkok on your own, at your own pace. But by this time, if you didn't come with a friend, you might have made a friend, or you might just be like me, an introvert at heart, and you might want to do your own thing and have a break from people for a couple hours. So there are optional add-on activities that some people did include, which we will talk about, because I would like just everybody to be on the same page, so options that you can still add on, but also I want everybody to know like what the numbers are. So if they did happen to wanna, like if you're the only person who signed up for this additional activity, I do want to let you know, just so if you're fine being the only one, that's okay too. But if you did want to opt out, you are welcome to it as well. I have some leeway and some flexibility. And as I'm learning, it's great to plan things ahead of time, but also sometimes it's just nice to, have the leisure to explore on your own and figure it out when you get there. And I will be on the same journey as you. Some days I might just want to wake up and go with the flow. Okay, so day 5, which, sorry, is actually day 4 on this itinerary overview. That's when we are actually departing Bangkok. And we're going to Chiang Mai. That is a flight. I include this later on in the itinerary, but this is a domestic flight that is included in travel. And unfortunately, luggage is not unlimited, so there is a weight allowance. You are welcome to bring as much luggage as you want. You surprisingly probably won't need as much luggage as you need. So just be mindful of that. If you pack 2 bags, you got to carry those 2 plus bags. There was someone who on the trip I just came off of. I think a couple people packed 2 check-in suitcases for a 10-day trip, and they realized they probably could have done it with 1 bag. They didn't wear all the clothes. Also, laundry in Thailand is very cheap, so you can get your things laundered by the hotel for a very reasonable cost. I'm also not ashamed to be in the sink in my hotel scrubbing things out, if I want to rewear them. So just be mindful of that luggage, because we will have a domestic flight. So when we get to Bangkok, we'll get settled into our new hotel, a very nice hotel as well. And then we will after getting settled, we are going to do a Kentucky dinner to taste some northern Thai delicacies. And these will be on the lower tables. I guess I'm more familiar with like the Japanese style tables that you sit on the floor. So that's what I would compare it to, but kind of like, sitting on the floor, but on pillows. But we're going to do a traditional meal experience there. And after dinner, we can explore the bazaar, the night bazaar, which you see in all the pictures, a very popular area to just be out and about, explore, shop, and enjoy the nightlife in Thailand. In Chiang Mai. Okay, day 6, which is, again, sorry, I'm off a day 5. We're gonna do the elephant sanctuary. And so we'll get to experience a very safe and humane animal sanctuary for elephants here, and learn about their conservation, and we'll get to interact with the animals. And if you want to have your own photo shoot, you're welcome to as well. I'm sure there will be people there who are offering that as well. Day 6, or really day 7, we're going to do another temple visit, followed by a craft tour to experience some local artistry. Also, we have a whole part of the reason why this trip is taking place in November is because there's a very special lantern festival called the Loy Krathong, which has floating lanterns, which illuminate the night sky. And so we'll get to make our own lanterns and send those off along the river. I don't know, I might keep mine as a personal souvenir, but if you guys want to let yours float, by all means. But I might actually take mine home. We also have a cooking class as well, included in that, and an immersive experience in a local village. And last but not least, we unfortunately some of us have to head back to the real world. So we will be departing on day 9, not day 8. Again, my apologies. I'll fix that. But we'll be departing on day 9 to head home. Okay, before we get to that, in full transparency, so there is only one person, I will not name them, who signed up for additional activities. I feel like the rest of the people were like, I'm just gonna let it flow. Again, I welcome all of the additional activities. There was a private night food tour and a tuk-tuk available. There was a full day market experience, a cooking experience with the Atlanta family, as well as a day tour to a nature.
So Lisa, a couple of questions.
Yes.
I have not signed up for any extra events simply because typically it's kind of go with the flow and kind of see what else everybody else is doing, and especially with this group being so small. But there is a cooking class that I may or may not be interested in. I haven't decided yet. However, on one of the days, the same day as the Lantern Festival, it said something about cooking with a local family. Is that the same thing, or what is that?
Let me go to that on my list. So none of the additional activities we're going to, like none of the add-on activities we're going to conflict with the scheduled activities. So hold on, sorry. So the traditional dinner is included. And the lantern experience, all so we get to experience a personal, we get to be in the lifestyle of a Atlanta family, which is a local village, a local group. That's included in the day. It's like a 5-hour experience. And then the Lantern Festival is afterwards. Those are all included. Oh, and I didn't include this. We're doing a local school visit with kids where we get to do some artwork. There is a free day where you could have, hold on, sorry. Sorry, I have too many things on my screen. Nope, that's the market. Okay, there is a full day experience, a full day, like a tent on a free day. This is actually on day 8. There's an offering where a full day at a different market. It's called the Wirro. I could spell it. The Wirro Market, an Atlanta Folk Life Museum and Yoga class. That's a 10-hour experience. And it's not like 10 hours doing stuff. It's like with round trip transportation. So that might be what you're thinking of, but let me try to find.
No, I'm thinking of, I can tell you exactly what I'm thinking of. It's on, I don't know what day this is, but it's the same day where you make the cigars from banana leaves. And then there's the, you mentioned it, the cooking experience, and it says spend half the day. And so I don't know if it's just like an observation thing or.
I might have ended up fitting that in, like, might have worked out for my budget. But I included that. Let me double check. Because I do have some wiggle room. And I can send out I'm happy to send out the descriptions or include them in the group chat so people do know, but sorry, I'm pulling it up. I just have to open up a different tab.
While you're looking for that, how safe, I guess is the word, clean is the street food in Thai? Is that going to have you with tummy aches and that kind of thing?
Your tolerance, right? Like the water in Thailand is not safe. So like the bottled water is always recommended. Like I mean, it's not that it's not safe. I mean, people in Thailand drink their own water, right? But we're not used to it, right? So it might not agree with our stomachs. So it's recommended to always drink the water. So if they're washing their vegetables with their tap water and you are highly susceptible to, you know, tummy pains or you have a sensitivity, then I'd bring a first aid kit, but I would also bring your own Pepto. But I mean, they're cooking everything. I I have 2 friends who lived in Thailand for years, and one of them had stomach issues at first when they first moved there, but I think it just was like, you know, getting used to the spices and the flavors because they weren't used to all of that. And the other person said that they didn't have any issues. So, as I know that's a roundabout answer, but it really just depends. If you have a stomach of steel, you might be okay. But if spice and heat, and you have a little bit more of a sensitive stomach, then you should just be mindful. But I feel like that's the same with any food in Thailand. I don't know that it's just the street food. It could be what you also experience in restaurants. Okay, I hope that helped.
No, it did. I'm not concerned about. I have a cast iron stomach, so that doesn't bother me. But I do know, like, one of the things that was always mentioned is like when you go to India, do not eat the street food. I don't care how tough you think your stomach is. Do not eat street food there.
I've been to India, and I feel like Indian food, yes, is a very That's different. That's
Okay.
different.
So that feels like, are we dealing with one of those situations?
Yes. No, so no, I don't think that it's the same in Thailand.
Okay.
I also think the spices are different and the level of cleanliness is different.
That's where I was going with that.
Okay, so I found it, the cooking experience with the Lana family. Yes, that is optional. It's on day 7, which technically is my day 8, sorry. It's a 3-hour excursion, so we are going to visit a Lana family and, you know, be in that culturally immersive experience. So like get to go into their village and see where they go to school and see their homes. But the cooking experience is an add-on. So you would spend, it's a 3-hour add-on and you would spend the half day with the Lana an additional 3 hours with the Lana family, and which is on the outskirts of Chiang Mai. So you get included in this experience is a welcome drink. You'll get to enjoy cooking and, you know, chopping up the food in the home of a Lana family. You'll get to enjoy their garden, sample their fruits and their spices and their herbs. They'll show you all of that. And then, well, not in this order, sorry. Then you'll prepare a home cooked meal, which is Northern Thai food. And this is it says, again, sorry, I'm only getting the description, but it's influenced by Lao, Burmese, and Unis and Isan, which is Northeast Thailand, and Central Thai cuisines. And so some of the traditional food that they cook are sticky rice, minced roasted or grilled chicken, pork, and beef, and a savory soup with lots of vegetable and meats and condiments like lemongrass, galangal, and chili paste. Yes, so that's basically the experience. And yes, that's an add-on for, I don't think, yes, the one person, I'm not trying to call them out. I might do that too. I do love a cooking class. I just came back from Portugal and Spain, and on the second to last day, we did a Spanish cooking class, and that was everybody's favorite experience on the trip. Probably because people were so tired of going on walking tours and hearing about culture and history, but that it was a lot of fun. And everybody knew each other at that time. So yeah, I will need some notice, and so I'll probably like have the cutoff date like at least a week before the trip, but I can email people those options, so you know this week what the choices are, what days they're falling on. You know, you're not going to miss anything that's on the itinerary. They're all built-in optional activities, so they're built into the free time.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. And for the person who, if you change your mind, person who booked additional activities, after, you know, we'll talk about it in the group chat too. I'll list, hey, one person signed up for this, 2 people signed up for this, let me know by this date if you still are interested. Because the good thing about well, no, this is different. On the trip I just came back from, a couple people signed up for additional activities and then they found out they were the only ones who did it, signed up, and they're like, oh, I don't want to go on this biking experience all by myself. But everybody signed up for this boat thing, this boat guitar sunset tour. And it was nice because it was everybody as a part of it. Also there's, you know, Viator and Get Your Guide, that have activities that you are able to book like a day in advance. So I typically build out lists on those and I share with people just in case they want to do last minute excursions on on their own. All right, we are home stretching. Okay, I'm gonna go quickly. Sorry, guys. Okay, so getting around. There's no Uber in Thailand. You can use a taxi. There's also an app which I'm finding out exists in. I think this is the app for Asia. So just download it if you plan on going back. It's called Grab. They have other apps too, but they have Grab. Also, I don't know about Thailand. It could be, I think in Bali, Grab was a scooter app. Like you get on the back of a scooter and someone drives you around. So it's kind of like your own little mini adventure. It's safe. I know a couple people who did it there. And it's very affordable, very cheap, if you will. But yes, there are options for public transport or the Uber of Thailand. It's called Grab. Some recommendations for restaurants and just, I mean, it sounds like everybody knows what kind of food to expect, so that's great. But you can look more into there. I linked them as well. Also describe the costs. I'm gonna eat all the $1 to $3 street food that I can eat. If you guys want to go get your $30 meal on, have fun. I'm on a budget. But food is not going to be your biggest cost. Again, bottled water, bottled water, bottled water. Do expect to pay for your water at restaurants. They do not give it out for free. And it's typically, 50 cents, $1, as well. Tips are not included on this trip, so please budget accordingly for that. But tips are discretionary, as well. So, just do what moves you. And then just some lingo phrases. Maybe we'll practice and do some, like when we're in the shuttle. We have a tour guide who can actually pronounce things right. We'll pick their brain on how to say certain things as well. I'm sure all of you probably know the majority religion is Buddhism. So we're going to be all zenned out as we visit all these amazing temples as well. Queer nightlife, things to do. I might be asleep, but y'all go have fun for me. No, I'll go out at least once. But I'm not the party animal on the trips. But I'm happy for those who like to go out. My bedtime is still my bedtime. But I do give some suggestions if you want to go enjoy the queer night scene as well. And then there's just the packing list and things to remember. Again, I reference luggage. I will have a luggage scale with me so you can weigh your luggage, but it's probably better to weigh it before you leave your house so you know. Again, for that domestic flight, it's going to be additional. I already paid for the one check bag, but if you got two, you're gonna have to pay for it. Sorry, not sorry. I'd say this is a casually dressed trip, so wear what you feel most comfortable with in what you can walk in. I've packed a lot of dresses because I don't feel like I experienced enough summertime weather and enough summertime clothes. So I'm wearing all the dresses, modest-ish dresses, some shorts, and athleisure wear. But you might want to get dressed up, a little dressy, snazzy at a dinner. If we go out for dinner, like on that first night we get to go on that dinner cruise, I think everybody should, dress up a little. I'll suggest it in the group chat as well. Bring a plug adapter. The hotels that we are staying in are, they're 4+ star hotels, so they probably will have the USB built into the walls, but bring an adapter because you probably wouldn't have to charge more than one thing. I don't think you necessarily need a reusable water bottle if you're drinking bottled water, so you could probably mix that if you want to save some room. Insect repellent, sunscreen, and all the things, on here. Comfortable shoes for sure. You don't want no bunions. Okay, and then y'all know how to get in touch with me because y'all know I've been sending you all the emails, and some text messages. Preferred way to communicate prior to the trip is email, text, or voice call. During the trip, it is everyone's responsibility to check the WhatsApp group for updates. And that is linked here, but also everybody was added to it as well. And if you do want to communicate directly with me while we're on the trip, it's a small enough group so you can find me. But I always just ask you to at me in the WhatsApp group just because there might be a lot of discussions and I don't want to miss what you're directing at me. All right. I'm gonna share this with everybody via email in the group chat so you'll have it. Is there anything that I might not have covered in the session or in the travel guide that you guys are interested in outside of the add-ons, which I'll follow up with everybody on just to give you a deadline and then again an overview of when those are offered and the pricing as well in the description.
Lisa, one question for the temples, do we have to wear specific clothing?
Oh, great question. Thanks, Smee. Modest wear is recommended. You're typically in temples, most sacred holy places. They do ask that your shoulders are covered as well as your knees. So not just with knee pads, you gotta like wear a skirt, wear some pants. I don't know if they specifically say don't wear shorts, but I just wouldn't wear shorts, and most people don't wear shorts. I feel like if you have on capri pants, they'll be fine. They do, or if you do have bare shoulders, maybe just put in a pashmina or a light scarf in your bag, or have a jacket with you so that you can get in the temples. Otherwise, you might have to buy something from a vendor on the street and they will be selling them for you to buy. If you forgot, something to cover yourself up. But thank you that was a great question. So yes, be covered, have your limbs covered. I don't know, what are these called? I mean, I know these are elbows, but anyway, they want your elbows, your knees, and your shoulders covered.
Wait, we went all the way down to the elbows?
Maybe we didn't go to elbows, but
Okay.
I think short sleeves are okay. I don't know about cleavage.
No, cleavage and shoulders and knees are always kind of known, but elbows? Like Jesus Christ. Nothing.
Maybe you need to cover your elbows. I made that up. This are the elbows. And open toe shoes are fine. But definitely bring some sneakers in general for the trip because we're not going to be hiking, but we might be walking.
So you said that there was one person that signed up for something. You didn't want to mention their name. Fine. Do you want to mention what they signed up for?
A lot of things.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I was like, that may intrigue somebody to also want to sign up with them. So
well,
they
I
don't.
was going to share it in the group chat and kind of like do a poll.
Okay.
Or like this if you want to sign up, but the private night food tour with the tuk-tuk, I'm sharing the things that we're signed up for. The full day with the Wairabat Market. The cooking experience with the Lana family. And the day tour to the Talanoi neighborhood. Trying to get the best life on this trip. I'm not mad. I like easy. I like easy too. Just wake up and tell me when to be there. But I'll in this week I'll put it in the group chat. I'll also send an email. Hey, these are the add-ons, these are the prices, these are the descriptions. These are the days they're falling on. And this is the deadline. And if you sign up for something, you'll also have the opportunity to, if you change your mind, find the deadline, but. Okay. Anything else that I might have missed? Any other questions? Also, these things can, if you can't think of anything right now, we can talk about it in the group chat as well. I mean, you can also text me, but I always welcome it being shared in the group chat, because if you have the question, someone else might have the question as well. Okay, y'all are easy.
Thanks,
I got my-
Lisa.
No problem. I got my second win. I was sleepy before I came on here, and then I started talking about Thailand. I got excited. All right. Well, thank you guys for taking this ride with Leslie Friends. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, we're gonna have a great time. Start packing maybe next week, because everybody leaves on the 8th or the 9th, somewhere between the 8th and the 9th. So, yep. Get your suitcase out. Put your Amazon stuff in the cart. Check out on time so it gets there on time too. All right, that's all I got.
All right. Have a great one.
You too.
Thanks,
Bye.
Lisa. Bye.
Bye, Tony. Bye, Lynn. Everyone have a good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Bye, Jay and Meek, who aren't here anymore.